welcome. So we had one of the two big races already done. So they did the Kentucky Derby, and yesterday was the Preakness. So there's one more race in the series, and that one is the Belmont Stakes, which is happening in June. So what I want to do here is do a run to the Belmont Stakes with the LIRR. So let's set that up. Long Island Railroad. They actually do have a scenario that goes to this one, race day run. But we've done that already. So what we will do is we will set one up on our own. The M7. One thing here is that like it's really hard to tell like which is doing what. Alright, these are coming from Brooklyn. Here we go. Jamaica to Belmont Park. Okay. Alright, so we're going to be running people to Belmont. Alright, let's do the 1950. And it's only 12 minutes, that's it? Actually, hold on, let me see. Yeah, that's it, it's a quick run. Okay. So we'll do at least one of these. The date is actually June 10th, so we'll run that on that day. And let's go. Alright, so this is a quick one. Maybe we'll do a few of them. We'll see. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well today. Alright, let's get the train set up. Doors open. Key on. Set this to forward. Actually, we gotta bring this down before we can charge the brakes. There we go. Now we can charge the brakes. Lock the door. Headlights on bright. Set this to forward, which we are. Okay, good. I just want to turn on the. Here we go. Dead man's pedal, alerter, and ATC. Alright, excellent. Okay, should we be good to go? Let's go down to release, and let's go. Alright, heading to Belmont Park. As you can see, we're restricted to 15. Let's see. Do a little bit of gauge lights, a little bit of desk light brighting, and let's go throttle out. Cab lights on. There we go. Alright, track change, and let's roll. Alright, pretty quick start here. This is a quick run, it's about 10 minutes. We might do the shuttle coming back as well. Getting hit with an overspeed. Alright, so these things are not communicating well. Wow. Alright, so one thing was telling us to go faster, and this other thing is telling us to go slower. Alright, let's go. Reset. I'm gonna have to build up the pressure again. So we gotta go to max brakes. That's annoying. Build up the pressure. Release. And go. That's a pain. We weren't speeding. But the two systems are not communicating well. A little more power. We got the system kind of sounds dropping out for a second. So the system is still holding us to 15, so I'm just gonna stay below that if I can. Okay, overspeed again. Yes, we're below. Alright, we should be flat out here. Cleared to 40, so let's speed up a little bit. Still being restricted to 40, so we'll keep it here for now. Hey, how's it going, Iceman? What's going on? Okay, cool. Yeah, I actually, I grew up riding the Metro North, actually. But yeah, you know, the Belmont Stakes is coming up in a few weeks, so I figured I'd give this one a run. But yeah, I have the Metro North line as well, although the Metro North one is a little buggy sometimes. I had a few scenarios or some runs that I couldn't finish because you get stuck with a whole lot of train traffic. and it just wouldn't continue. So alright, so we're clear to 80. If you want to see some past broadcasts, folks, we had to put them onto our YouTube channel. Because things don't last here as long as they used to. They tend to delete the videos a little faster here on Twitch nowadays. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about them adding extra things. I also have Train Sim, the train simulator, and they also have a few things. But I ended up getting trains. I have the Hudson line on that one, but I ended up getting Train Sim during a Humble bundle. So I didn't have to pay like a ton of money for it, and it came with a bunch of lines. That's like, I think I spent 25 on it. It came with like 13 lines. So yeah, thanks for the follow, Iceman. Appreciate it. All right, so we're coming into Belmont pretty quickly here. We'll start braking. We're actually gonna be early, which I'm a little surprised. All right, we're below 60 for now. And these are pretty quick runs, 10 minutes between the two. Yeah, I knew they're gonna slow us down because there's that weird like single track that we end up on here in a second. It was too good to be true. But ATC is not really giving us anything. It should be telling us like, hey, you gotta come down soon, but it doesn't for some reason. Iceman, are you a New Yorker? Have you ridden any of these trains in real life? Okay, cool. Yeah, I actually live in Queens, but I grew up in Westchester. So I'm actually riding trains between both occasionally. Alright, so we got 15 coming up. Yep, here comes the turn. Yeah, we had a lot of rain yesterday. That's been happening a lot lately, though. We've been getting a lot of days. I mean, it is April, May, but we've had a few weeks where it's just like rained very, very heavily. Yeah, it's 15, we know. Then we're gonna come down to 5 here. Yeah, but we've had a few really bad. Well, we need the rain, to be honest, but the trees have been really sucking it up and dropping a bunch of pollen as a result. So like, most people that I know haven't been able to breathe lately. It's been pretty bad. But I was actually pretty upset because my car had to park next to like a tree pit yesterday. I just got my car washed like the week before, but now like being next to the tree pit, it threw all of the dirt like back on the car. I was like, oh. Alright, so we're going to Belmont here. I think there's a return that leaves at a certain time. We'll see if we could just walk to the other end and run that from there. It's a little bit high on speed since we're going down. I'm gonna come down a little bit more. Very good. Try to keep this as close to 5 as we can, but we're going downhill. So it'll be a little bit of a task here. Yeah, there's a full scenario to Belmont as a go and return, but I've done it before. I don't really like repeating scenarios, so I'll just do some of these quick runs. Unfortunately, I thought some of the stuff here would have lasted longer on Twitch, so a lot of that stuff's been removed. And back in the day, I didn't really download my streams after I did them. And honestly, I think I did this one on Train Sim World 2 when the scenario came out. Yeah, subways are a little harder to do. I think they have some security licensing things that they have trouble with. And if you notice, like with the London ones, they're usually doing like subways from a long time ago. There's one game though that has the 7 train. You probably heard of it. I think it's called World of Subways. But it's actually like either a 70s or 80s version of the 7 train. Yeah. But maybe one day they'll do it. Gotcha. I don't think I've heard of that one. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that like, I mean, I guess part of it is like these are all above ground, so it's kind of like you could see everything that there's to see for the most part. But yeah, I don't know. It's the only thing I could think of as far as why they've been kind of reluctant to do it. Gotcha. The Oyster Bay branch, got it. Yeah, and I have most of the DLC. The only thing I haven't gotten on this one recently is the last like 3 or 4 that they did, because they were doing them every week. And I just haven't gotten myself to be willing to part with $40 4 times for those things. So I'll probably wait until they're on like a big sale. But I used to get them like every time that they came out, but I was in Scotland in March, and then like 2 of them came out while I was out there, and I was just kind of like, what are you guys doing right now? So I'm just saving my money at the moment. Like, I can afford it, but I don't feel like spending the money. Alright, so maybe we'll do a return. Yeah, there's times where I'm on these trains and I'm like, why is it running so slow? And this is why, because they have like extreme speed restrictions. Doors open, everything's locked and closed. Let's set you to... Oh, do we have to go into... Yeah, we do. Gotta go into emergency to get the key out. Okay, that looks good. Door's locked. Let's go key out. Turn the lights off. Alright, that was 16 minutes. Pretty good. What we'll do is maybe run one of those back. So let's go... Well, let's just return to the timetable. We'll do one of them heading back. Yeah, I actually like this game because it's actually fun and the modeling's really good, right? You get more of a 3D model, as opposed to the kind of older style that you get with Train Sim. But I do like the challenge of Train Sim sometimes, but it is actually very difficult compared to this one. Like sometimes it's so difficult that it's frustrating. And the scenarios are usually a lot longer. But I feel like one of the things that this game has an advantage on is you get a lot more training out of this one, and the training's actually gotten much better over the years. Especially having like that training center, it makes a big difference. Where I wish they brought something like that over to Train Simulator. Alright, so once we get loaded up on the timetable, we will do the return on this one. Here we go. Alright. Actually, I do like the rail journeys too. I think that's a nice little added feature to this game. Okay, let's go M7. I think the third one down has the runs to Belmont. Yes, they do. We will do the return, which is Belmont to Jamaica. So this week we hope to kind of get back to our regular schedule. Maybe at Tuesday I might try to pull out Bus Sim again. They did a big update and hopefully it fixed a lot of things, but I don't have any faith in it. So maybe we do Bus Sim on Tuesday. Thursday maybe more Train Sim or something else, depending on what time I get home from work. It's been busy season at work, so that's also throwing a little bit of a monkey wrench into the plans. That's why I didn't stream this Thursday. I ended up getting home pretty late. Okay, master key. Gonna have to go. Well, we can leave it in key out. Let's go neutral. Set this to max brake. Charge the brakes. Let's go lights all the way up. Marker light off. Charge those a little bit more. I like having the cab light on. And then let's flip some of these. So dead man's pedal, alerter, and here we go. Very good. All right. Oh, doors closed. They're actually telling us to go without us having the doors closed, which is interesting. Set this to forward. All right. Well, it's stopping us anyway, so. Let's see. Yep, we're gonna wait. Let's take a look outside. Is it really that much of a turn around here? Yeah, Bus Sim 21, yes. Okay, yeah, so we're just literally turning and going right here. Is a train coming in? I'm trying to see why. Yeah, there's a train on the line. So I'm like, why are you guys not letting us go? Let's see. Oh yeah, so they do have the racetrack kind of modeled here. Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty accurate there. Yeah, Bus Sim 21, I've been playing it on the console and PlayStation, and there's a lot of bugs, and the last few times I streamed it, it crashed on me in the middle of the stream, so I haven't really touched it in a while. Better. Would I say better? Yes and no. So yes, it's better in the sense that the modeling's better. There's you can actually leave the bus and walk around a little bit. The story mode is actually a little bit more engaging and interesting as far as what you have to unlock and things. But the buses get stuck on the map a lot in this one, which never really happened in 18, because they have a hilly, like San Francisco-y, kind of California map. In certain parts of the city, your buses can't actually get up the thing or get stuck on the bottom. And I don't know, maybe they fixed it in this update, but it was never fixed. So the game's been out now for like almost 2 years, and it's just been kind of all over the place. Yeah. I got it when it came out. Kind of bus designs and the types of buses you have been nicer. There's a lot more variety in the buses that you get. The map itself is actually really nice, and it's really good differences in neighborhoods and areas. I play with a steering wheel. I've had to turn off the pothole sensitivity because it's been very aggressive. Like, it feels like it's ripping the steering wheel out of your hand sometimes when you go over some of the potholes. And there's just like little bugs that are kind of annoying. Like, there's a bug whenever you're selecting a ticket type and it doesn't clear the first time, so you have to do it twice. Like little stupid things like that get annoying. And then sometimes the traffic is just really bad. But other than that, I mean, it works, it's functional, it's not perfect. So comparing it to 18, it's different. There's a lot more to do. I don't know if there is a maximum level that you can get to for your driver. I've seen some people with like 400, level 400, level 500, which a lot of games stopped doing that recently, and it's kind of been weird. Like Car Mechanic Simulator, there used to be a max of 50, and I hear that there might not be a max anymore. And I can't find a straight answer from anything. Like, so I wouldn't, if I were you and you're still debating, I wouldn't buy it unless you get it on sale. I'll leave it at that. That way you don't feel like you got fleeced if it's not up to your expectations. But I tend to have a pretty big threshold for disappointment, so I always try to find something that I'm excited with it. But sometimes, I can be honest, sometimes it gets a little frustrating on that one. Like, there was a bug where, like, people would spawn in front of the bus, and then you hit them, but they, like, clearly weren't on the map before. Stuff like that. Also, if you have Discord, I usually try to put anything that I see as far as deals and discounts on some of these games. We have some pretty good real-life pictures of some of the lines as well on our Discord, if anybody is interested. I think I have to add the Discord link to the YouTube page as well. Alright. We are at the mercy of the 5-mile-an-hour curve at the moment. Pretty soon it will go up to 15. We'll clear to 30 now. Sometimes Nightbot likes to wake up and participate. Okay. Well, we're below that, so we're okay for now. Alright, track change is probably why we still are restricted here. Plus, some of our trains probably still coming around this curve. Yes, it is. So we don't want to pull that too fast. Okay, now we're below 10. Very odd. Let's take a look out. Yep, we still got a lot of train hanging out there. Look, the Belmont area now has a arena as well. That's where the Islanders have been playing lately. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we're still being restricted to 15 here by the ATC. Now, the game itself is giving us a clearance to 80, but if we do that, it's going to hit us with an overspeed penalty, so I'm just going to keep it around 15 for now. And remember, we did have a train that was directly in front of us, so probably why the game is actually, why the system is slowing us down. Let's see how far that train got. Alright, now we can go up to 80. There we go. Could have also been we still have parts of our train on that line in the back still. Try to make up some time here. It's an 8-car consist. Yep, we're coming into Jamaica Station. Alright, we're approaching Jamaica. I wonder if one thing I would think would be a cool thing, if they really wanted to add a little bit of multiplayer to this, they could actually add conductors. But I don't know if they would do that, and I don't know if anybody would want to play as a conductor the whole time. But somebody might. You could switch roles. A slow, kind of gradual speed reduction here, which is what we're doing. Try not to be too aggressive with it. Yeah. I mean, they do have like you can operate some of the trains. You can operate the panels and stuff from the center of the train. Yeah, if people wanted to, they should actually. I could see that being an option. But they have like some of the panels and some of the trains. You can open them up. You can work with the door controls. You also have like guard buttons in some of the trains as well, so you could actually signal to them what's going on. So I think it could be functional. It's just a matter of like putting all the pieces together. Yes, we are below. 35 is coming up here. And we'll be moving to the left as we can see. Very good. Still making contact with the third rail, which is excellent. I actually was on a Metro North train once where it lost contact with the third rail. And luckily, oh, maybe 15 overspeed, really? Okay, we're slowing down. Please don't get crazy on me. Alright, there we go. And luckily we were like, the half of the train was in a station still. So, like, we were passing through a station, all of a sudden, like, the train just stopped. We weren't actually stopping at that station, but luckily the back end of the train was, like, still in the station. So they made us all walk, like, to the other end. And then we had to get off and then go up above and back down and then come on the other track. And they brought another train and rescued us, yeah. But the conductors were like, we're lucky that it stopped while we were still in the station, because if it didn't, it would have taken like 2 or 3 hours for them to bring a rescue train to rescue us with a bridge to cross between the things. And they were like, it would have just been a mess, because they just don't want them to evacuate onto the tracks because it's not safe. So, but yeah, it was an interesting day. Yeah, they brought another train quickly. I want to say the other train arrived within 20 to 30 minutes. So it was like a 40-minute kind of situation. But yeah, it was on the New Haven line. Yeah, Metro North, we would actually, blow the horn as we're coming into the station, but I don't think we have to do it on LIRR. So they have us stopping here, but they're not gonna be in the station. The train acted like it didn't want to go. Oh, okay, so essentially we're just moving this train because I was wondering why we have no like time to be there. Max break. That's it? Okay. Oh yeah, so we're just going to the east side layup. Okay. It didn't say that. It made it seem like we were going to Jamaica that whole time. Alright, so I think we'll squeeze one more in here today. I'm gonna do a short stream, so. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I meant to go back to the timetable. Let's see, what's this one asking us to do? Oh, just returning. Okay. But it's not going until 6 hours later. I always ask them for like a speed up on this part, like a time jump, but they never added that. They did add some things that I was interested in seeing in the game, but not that. Yeah, no, we're not sitting here for 6 hours for that train to return. But we'll do one more run here, and then we will wrap it up for today. It's gonna be real short today. Iceman, do you stream? Okay, cool. I'll give you a shout out here. Alright, cool. Alright, so we're gonna do another last one here, another like quick 10-minute run. And then I'm gonna go and eat lunch. Oh, no worries. Let's see what we got going on here. Alright, once it loads up, we'll do one more Belmont run. And then I'm gonna dive into my lunch. Alright. To the trains. Choose a route. I want to take a look at the, when we're done here, I want to take a look at the rail journeys for this line. Alright, so we'll just do that return line. This one, again, strange that there's a 6-hour delay between the next train. Unless it's like once you get there, they're not coming back to get you. Let's do the date. It will be June 10th when the event is. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I still haven't decided if I want to move this to the PS5. I have enough space on the PS5 now because I bought a 2 terabyte internal hard drive extension that's been working perfectly fine. But I don't know. It works pretty good here on the PS4. I'm not sad about that, so we'll see. Alright, there probably will be a quick ad running in 2 minutes. Alright, so actually, you know what? Let me run one now. That way we don't have to worry about that one in 2 minutes. So just hang out here. As I get loaded up, we're gonna run a quick ad. This is literally the train that we just brought over here, but 6 hours later. Let's turn off the marker lights. I like to put my cab light on. We will go. Yep, that's on. Let's go neutral. Max brake charge. Goes on, that one goes on, and this one goes on. Okay. Forward. Oop, release the brakes. Oh, I made a mistake there. There we go, let's charge that back up. Okay, release the brakes. Release the hounds. And let's go. Alright, so ATC is holding us at 15, even though the game has given us a clearance to about 30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to about 12 and let it go. Because we're also going downhill, so just be careful there. Let's see, minimum coast, minimum brake coast, power, emergency brake, max power. again, even though the game is giving us that higher clearance, ATC is on, ATC is giving us 15. If we go over 15, ATC starts freaking out. So let's just hold here. Alright, now we're clear to 60. Again, the game is still holding us to 30, but once the back of the train comes through, it should clear us out. Waiting for the game to let us go. Actually, we gotta come down to 30 anyway because we got a track change. Very odd. Okay, track change complete. Strange, the ATC didn't catch that, but the game did, so. Check this out. I wonder if there's really some hills of dirt back here. It's possible, but I don't know. Actually, pull this down and see what those people are doing. There's usually a seat over there, and some people like to sit there if it's open so that they can watch what's going on with the train. Fully clear to 80. This is going to be very short-lived because we're going to have to come down to 15 and then 5 eventually. I like playing the simulators because I believe I'm capable to like do this job in real life, but I think I'd be bored pretty quickly. Yeah, no, I already work for the government, so I have reaped the benefits, but my stuff changes a little bit. So one day I'm doing something, next day I'm doing something else. So got a lot more kind of engagement going on. I mean, yeah, I have a friend who's he started off as a motorman in MTA, and now he's like a supervisor of the motormen. He did that pretty quickly, but he's pretty good about like moving through things and taking whatever exams he needs to take. But so yeah, so he doesn't drive the trains as much as he used to. Mainly he's you know, has staff that he's responsible for and things like that. But yeah, I'd definitely be like, oh no, I can't. I'm bored. Alright, 15's coming. I see why the game does that, because essentially if we were going straight, 60 is where we'd need to be at. But we got this turn coming and 15 is it, so I can see why it's switching between telling us 60 is good and then telling us that we need to be down to 15. Almost there. Got one person here waiting, 2 people. Wow, a whole bunch of people coming over now. Okay. yes, I am aware that you want me to slow down. We are doing it in time, don't worry. We are still paying attention. ATC 4 stall, it says. Alright. Alright, so here comes the treacherous 15-mile-an-hour curve heading into Belmont Park. Again, on June 10th, there's going to be the race there, and this is where this line leads to. It will be the Belmont Stakes. I think the Preakness was last night. The horse that won the Kentucky Derby came in third, so no chance of a Triple Crown winner unless they discover that the other horses did something they shouldn't have been doing, or their owners did something illegal. Alright, now we gotta come down to 5 once we exit this curve. I like to do very slight adjustments here. Again, we're going slightly downhill here, so it's always going to keep building up and pulling us down. Probably bringing this one in so it's ready for the end of the race. Usually that race, I think it either runs at 6 or 7. Eventually this is going to flatten out a little bit, so looking at this train platform going right to the event makes me want to play a little bit of City Skylines. Build a city where you have really reasonable train access to events. I deleted all my cities recently. Start from scratch. Alright, here is Belmont. Okay, fully stopped. That is the end of that one. Alright, before we finish, I just wanted to look at one of the lines before we wrap up today. I want to actually look at the rail journeys for this line, just to see what they entail, since we already did the scenarios. So they have rail journeys, and I just want to look at the rail journey for this particular line. I'll show you what it looks like if you haven't seen them before. Yeah, so it's like a different way to kind of play it, so that they so if you go here, the rail journeys, they're kind of guided experiences more or less. So they'll kind of lead you through like different things. So the Bud M3 journey, there's also the Long Island Railroad journey. So if you look at it, this one is called Learning the Line. It essentially will run you through all of these runs and scenarios. And then there's another one here called Certified Engineer, and they'll run you through all of these runs. So you can complete all those, and it gives you like a little bit more like in-depth look at the actual lines. Yeah, so these are pretty cool. Like this one for Rossellini. So like the introductions, then morning startups. The only problem with this one, these are just long runs up the hill, up and down the hill. So yeah, so you can actually like get more in depth with all of the lines that way. Like the Boston Sprinter one here. So we did, you know, you could loosely kind of do them through the timetables, but this one actually gives you a little bit more like detail. 64, which you see I did a lot of these already. It's actually pretty funny because like this is a 15-minute one, but this one's a 42-minute one. Their time code looks strange because of how they usually do it. So if you just looked at this for the first time, you think it's a 15-hour thing compared to this one, but it's not. And then, oh, these will be fun. Alright, so yeah. Alright, let's see who is streaming at the moment. Oh, Cyan streaming. We're going to join my good friend Cyan. He's probably playing Flight Sim right now. He's a streamer out of the continent of Africa. Does a Sunday Flight Sim. He is actually doing a Flight Sim. And we'll rate him. Thank you everybody for stopping by. Yes, of course. No problem, Iceman. Check out Cyan if you're not going to start your stream now. And I'll be back during the week. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe.